As a Valentine's Day special, I have a prolific writer and author, Baisali Chatterjee Dutt. Baisali Chatterjee Dutt has compiled and edited 2 volumes for the Chicken Soup for the Indian Soul series and contributed to 10 of their other titles. Her book, Shorbori Dotto, The Design Diva, is a biography on one of Calcutta's leading luminaries in the fashion world. Her poetry has been published in various magazines and printed as well online. The book that she's launching on Valentine's Day is called 3 is a Lonely Number, a Love Triangle. Interesting, isn't it? And to buy the book, just click on the description below and it will take you straight to Kindle, Amazon Kindle, where it is exclusively being launched. Baisali, for the past 2 years, has been co-curating 2 important events in the city, For She the People and called Dramebazi. Presently, she's a drama teacher at Sri Sri Academy. So let's bring her in. Baisali, I'm so excited about your book launch.
No, I'm excited to be here with you. You know what? You're the first person interviewing me. So this makes it
lovely. I'm feeling quite honored about that, Baisali. Okay, why don't you just share a little bit about your journey as an author?
Okay, so I've been writing for a long time. You know that. I've always been writing poetry and essays and things like that. But and then when I got married and after I moved to Calcutta, I was working for Derek O'Brien and Associates. And then I got pregnant with my first son. And I had to quit earlier than I would have liked, but I was getting bored stiff sitting at home. So I got into content writing. I thought, why not look at something that I enjoy doing? And I found these jobs on the internet, thanks to the internet, and started content writing. So I guess that's my first foray into writing. I had published poetry before that, but nothing really large scale up until the content writing started. And then from there, my writing got noticed somewhere. And this wonderful woman named Raksha Bharadia, she contacted me regarding the Chicken Soup for the Indian Soul series. She asked me whether I'd help her and write for her. And from there, I just never looked back from there, I guess.
How wonderful. So it was actually a break from your job that made you discover your passion and make a profession out of it.
Absolutely. It was always something that I, dreamt about and thought about, but, I just never went for it. But because, somehow my jobs always came to me before I went into writing full time. The previous jobs that I had, they somehow happened. So I never really explored my writing side fully as much as I would have wanted to. And I guess sometimes it takes something to, something to stop for something to start. So I guess my corporate life had to stop before I could start my life as a writer.
So Baisali, what is this new book about and what made you choose this topic? What was the why behind the subject matter?
Okay, it's a bit of a long story because I never actually set out to write this book. Okay, it's just, I don't know, serendipity, the way it all came about. So indulge me a couple of minutes and I'll tell you what happened. And so April is known as Global Poetry Writing Month. And basically, it's just something to help people write. It forces you to write. And either you do, and the idea is to write a poem a day. Okay. So some people try doing this on their own. They sit down and force themselves to write a poem a day. Some people, they book reading clubs or writing clubs. They help by giving out a prompt a day. So I signed up for I had done this a couple of years before, and it was really nice. The idea behind it is that at the end of the month, even if you have some not so great poems, the fact is that you've written, even if not 30, you've got 15 or 20 poems, which you can go back to and craft and rewrite. And, you have something to work with. So that's the idea behind GloRimo, as it's called, okay? GloPoRimo, Global Poetry Writing Month, as it's called. So, so 2-3 years ago, when I did it, I was really happy with the result, and I thought, okay, fine, let me do it. Let me sign up for it again this year. And because the lockdown had just started, and I had so so much time on my hands, I signed up in 3-4 places. Signed up in the sense I started following 3-4 places for their prompts. Okay. And one particular place was Aurea Writing Circle on Facebook. Okay. And their prompts were very, very interesting because they had a challenge within a challenge. The first challenge is, of course, writing a poem a day. And their challenge was an A to Z challenge. So every day their prompt corresponded with the letter of the alphabet. Okay. So A for ambiguity, B for beauty, and so on and so forth. Okay. So I wrote my first poem. It was about 2 people. I wrote my second poem, again about 2 people, but not really connected, but somehow it just did. And so now these are on, it's on Facebook, right? So lots of people can read it. Everybody who's part of that page can read it. So I think I got a couple of comments saying, wow, is there a story here? And I thought to myself, why not? So the third challenge was my personal challenge, that let me see if I can keep this story, if I can make a story and keep it going. So very frankly, I didn't know what was going to happen next in the story. Every day I would wait for the word, and then I think about it through the day, and I try to write one more piece of the story, as it were, and somehow I managed to make it work, and the result is now this book.
True demonstration of creativity. Absolutely. That you didn't even know what you were going to write about, and you woke up in the morning and added a verse. And then, it's like that game you play where you say one sentence and the next person says one sentence and a story is woven out of it.
Exactly. I play that in my drama classes with my students. So it's exactly like that. I did not know where this was going. So, but anyway, here we are.
Yes, you're a true writer. That's all I can say. So tell me something, and I'm going to get a little personal. Does the verse have anything to do with your personal life?
No. And when you read it, you'll realize why. It has absolutely nothing to do with my personal life. Okay? I mean, look, no. I'm not even going to say something, oh, maybe she's a bit like me, but no.
And why a love triangle? Why not a straight love story?
Because because again, like I said, it just happened. It was just something to add some spice in the story, and to keep that small little readership that I had managed to make on that page, to keep them hooked. It just happened. Like I said, I didn't know what was really see, it started out as a love story, right? Okay, it always was meant to be a love story, but the addition of that other person, that also kind of came into it. So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And do you have a favorite part? Do you want to share something which is your favorite?
You know what? I don't know whether I have a favorite part as such, but sometimes, so these last few days, I know you've noticed. So one of the things that we're doing to promote the book, my publisher suggested I do a 30-second reel every day, because you have these special days before Valentine's Day, Rose Day, Kiss Day, Hug Day. I don't know where they were when we were growing up, but here you are. And so they said, try and find something in your book that kind of connects with the day. And each time I find something, I'm like, I wrote that, not bad. So I'm kind of excited. I won't give it away, but I'm kind of excited about the part that's coming out for tomorrow, which is Kiss Day.
Oh, you wrote something on Kiss Day, is it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the part that's going to be read out tomorrow, it kind of aligns with tomorrow's Kiss Day. So, yeah.
Wow. This is sounding like Mills and Boons to me, but I know if you've written it, it'll only be better. Lovely, Baisali. I'm really looking forward to your launch, and I'd like to wish you all the very best for it.
Thank you. And thank you for doing this. It was wonderful. It's always wonderful talking to family. It's always wonderful talking to friends. And thank you for doing this. This was fun.
So once again, to buy the book, and I'm really excited to read this lovely love triangle. I loved love triangles ever since I was a child, and all those Bollywood movies made love triangles even more interesting. So click on that link in the description to buy the book. 3 is a Lonely Number by Baisali Chatterjee Dutt.